Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I am your host Eben, and tonight is another exciting cold flow test at negative 50 degrees Celsius. We got our AMSOIL low toxicity biodegradable coolant. This right here is really good because it meets and exceeds basically all the 18-wheeler specifications. Cummins PACCAR has extremely long life capability and has a lot of great additives that keep it from pitting the inside metal and aluminum in your motor. This is our Prestone. This is very well known. You can get it at almost every retailer. Let's start the cold flow test. Let's do it. We got our negative 48 degrees Fahrenheit. We got negative 45. These are both 60-40, 60% concentrate, 40% distilled water. All right, if you enjoyed this test, definitely give it a thumbs up. That really helps out the channel. There's a lot of resources that go into making these videos. And also share this video with a friend that's new to taking care of their vehicle. It'll give them a lot of education so they can get their car to run longer and stay rounder. Hey, and if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Here's what they look like from top down. Here's the AMSOIL specifications if you wanted to see it, and the ratios. And here's the Prestone, the back of the Prestone bottle. And now for the behind the scenes footage. We got our AMSOIL low toxicity biodegradable coolant. Now this is the coolant I personally use in my car. I use it in my 59 Kitty Cat, also my SL550, aka the synthetic oil protection machine. This right here is good for extremely long fluid change intervals. And why I personally like it so much, it's a concentrate, so you can mix it to the exact ratio you want for your conditions. So if you're doing racing, you can go a lot less coolant, more distilled water. Distilled water has a much higher specific heat capacity. So the specific heat capacity of water is 1. The specific heat capacity for concentrate is about 0.6. So this has 40% more ability to hold heat. So if you're doing racing, you'd want to run more distilled water. If you're where it's very cold, you're going to need that cold protection. So that's why we're going to be mixing this to 60-40, 60% concentrate, 40% distilled water. Here is your specifications. This meets and exceeds all your major 18-wheeler specifications. Mercedes-Benz, Kenworth, Mack, PACCAR, Peterbilt, Volvo, Freightliner, Cummins, New Holland. So the major 18-wheeler specs, this meets and exceeds. So that's what makes it so great. And it also protects your water pump, protects your rubbers, your gaskets, and it keeps them from corroding and cracking. This also has an anti-cavitation additives in it that doesn't allow it to pit the aluminum, the metal, the cast iron in and around the water jackets that go around the cylinders. So over time on 18-wheelers, that can really damage them. So 18-wheelers are turbocharged, so it's very important to use a higher quality coolant if you can. This is also compatible with most of the other makes, models, colors. And you'll see on the video, we have a whole playlist up here of everything we've used this on. You can use it on pretty much everything except like a waterless coolant like Eben's Cool. So we're gonna pop her loose here for you, give you an up close seal break. Boom, there we go. And now we'll pour in the other liquid gold. And I just love the way this stuff flows. So we're going 60% concentrate. Oh, beautiful. So clean, so pure, almost untouchable. And There's our 60%. Now for our Prestone. This is a very familiar coolant. You'll see it almost everywhere. Wama, Kmart, OYW, all the major places. And this is our long engine life 10-year formula. And this is the concentrate, and this is good for basically all makes, models. Now it doesn't say anything about specifications, so I don't know what this is good for, but it does give you all your temps, and it gives you all your usages, and it says it's pretty much good for everything. So here we go. We'll give you your up close crack, and this one costs quite a bit less money than the AMSOIL, which I'll show you here. This one is only $15.99 for this one, and we got it at O'Reilly's. So here's the seal, give you the up close cracking. Boom, there we go. And now it's time we go 60%. Ooh, that's a nice color. A nice green. All right, there we are. And now what I'll do is I'll give you an up close. I wanted you to see exactly what this stuff looks like up close, so you know exactly how they look and exactly where they're at. So we're going to add a tidge more here. So this one's a little sudsy looking. This one's a little more clear, less boobles. But then again, we just poured it, so it's going to have more bubbles. And they're separating, but it looks a little foggier. So yeah, and now it's time for our distilled water. The reason why you use distilled water is it doesn't have any calcium or any metals in it. So, you know, calcium, sodium, magnesium, those are all metals, and those can be in regular tap water. So you don't want to use that. That can actually build up calcification. It can oxidize. It can really damage your motor. So always use distilled water. And now we're going to go ahead and top her off to 1 liter, 1,000 milliliters. And we'll have our perfect 60-40 mix. 60% concentrate and 40% distilled water. Voila! And now for our other one. And she-boo-boo. All right, and now I want to give you another top-down view that now that they're mixed, exactly what they look like. And this is what they look like from the top. So very interesting how this one's more foggy. This one looks a little more thick, and it just looks different. It's amazing how different they are. Very foggy, very clear. And now for something I also use, the AMSOIL Dominator Coolant Boost. This right here is a tri-tiered surfactant technology. This can go into pretty much any make, model, color coolant, so you can use it in your car. You can put it right into the OEM coolant. And what this does is it allows the water molecules to get closer to the aluminum. So the closer that higher specific heat capacity water gets closer to the aluminum, you can pull that heat out of the aluminum, the metal, the cast iron, get it into the fluid. It makes your actual piston tighter around your cylinder tighter around your piston. We all want a good tight cylinder around our piston. It gives you more compression, more power. And this actually also is going to make your heater core run more efficient. So you're going to have a better heat transfer. The heat coming out of your vent will be warmer. Your car will actually warm up to 54% quicker. Now, the more distilled water you use, the better this is going to work. The more concentrate, this won't have as much effect. So if for instance, if you lived in somewhere really cold and you're running like 70% concentrate, you're going to use a lot less of this. And this gives you the whole ratio of how much you're going to want to use per bottle. And then this also helps in high heat. It does lower your operating temperatures. So if you want to get your toes wet and you want to get a little bit better cold driving right away without changing your coolant, you can buy this. This is down in the description section below. I personally do AMSOIL 70 hours a week. This is my full-time job. So if you want to support the channel, you can purchase through my link. That would give me the credit. I would be your AMSOIL dealer. I could always answer all your questions in the future on the products. And you'd be surprised on how well this stuff works. And now inside the cryogenic freezer we go at negative 50 degrees Celsius. Now that's negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Now this actually kicks off at negative 52 degrees Celsius. So this actually stops blowing at negative 52. So that's why you'll notice sometimes the fluids are a little colder, because that's the range it operates in. Oh, and not only is this coolant good for extremely long time, the other great thing is it's pet friendly, biodegradable. So it's not going to hurt the animals, and it's not going to taste sweet the same way as a lot of your OEM coolants. They can actually burst the insides of animals. So you got to watch with animals if they lick it up on the ground. So this is another reason why I like this coolant a lot. If you want to try it, it's all down here in the description section below. And if you found this content helpful, definitely give the thumbs up button. I want you to go ahead and slap that thumbs up button. That really helps out the channel, and it lets people know it's good content and it's helpful. And like I said, all the other product specifications are also on this down in the description section below. I'm your host, Eben, and I really appreciate you checking out my YouTube channel. This is what I do about 70 hours a week. If you want to see more coolant fluid changes, go ahead and click this little icon up here. These are a lot of the 18-wheelers that we've switched over. We switched over diesel trucks, everything right there. If you want to see some more cold flow videos, click over here. We did lots of motor oils. We've tested about probably 20 different motor oils already. And if you want to subscribe, tap right here. We do new videos every 4 p.m. and we usually upload Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. But hey, you never know, but we'll be here at 4 p.m. We'll see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.